Round 9 trades. Magic round is very much upon us. By the time you see this, I'll be in Brisbane doing some good stuff, getting ready for the night's events. The first two games, and I get to watch Nico Hines go absolutely crazy against the Eels. That's the plan. And I'm going to be doing some looping, even though I have no one on bye this week. And look, someone could get injured and we can use them as a bye, or I trade for it. Currently, I'm making two trades. Rob Toyer comes out, Connor Watson comes out also. Now, I think with Rob, my theory around him is that I'm probably going to improve on that centre position, whether it's Dylan Lucas, Garrick, all these types of guys. And I'm like, well, I may as well just get rid of him now. I've got 4 Roosters, removing 2. Gives me 2 for next week, makes it a bit easier. I think I'm going to lock in Riley Smith, and I'm not going to play him, but until round 12, I think he can actually make some cash. I talked about him being like a mid-30s to 40 guy. We plug him in as my cash down. They can help me in a bye week and make some cash. I think that's fine. There's a chance that he gets better as well. He's a good youngster. So Rob Toyer to Riley Smith will be locked in for me in game 1. I will reverse this Watson trade to Clark for now. And I'm just going to lock Clark in. I think that, again, he helps me for a buy number. He makes a bit of cash. He's going to be consistent in scoring, whether it's, low 40s or it's upwards of 50 and 60 type of thing there for my side. Now, how I'm setting this up, I will be looping Katonga. And when I say looping him, I'm putting him in 6. And if he gets like 50 or something crazy, I'll that seems a far cry from the 18 last game. I will trade in like Garrick for Staffatoa. That's kind of what I'm thinking with that situation at the moment. If Yongi goes nuts and goes like 50, 60, 70, then I could make a trade and I could put someone in the interchange there and take Yongi's score. Yeah, that could be the theory with that one, just to get a guy that's a non-player this week and muck around with that. But that seems like it needs to be 50 plus, otherwise it's not worth making the extra trade. What we have to look at in our sides is the setup for our round 12 and 13. Which guys you want, which guys fit, which guys you need in different positions is how you want to look at your trades heading into this week and heading into the next few. Now, my side. Looping-wise, Dylan Egan, not looping-wise, 17-wise, Savala, Dylan Egan. They're going to be questions for me. Riley Smith will be locked in the bottom one. I just think that probably has the lowest chance of going 50 plus. I definitely think he can get 40 and whatever else, but we've seen Katonga go 57. We've seen Yongi go 60 as well. So more chance for them at the moment. So I'm going to leave Riley Smith down there in 8 and see what happens between Katonga. Definitely, he's the easy one to loop if I bring in Garrick, and then Yongi, we can muck around with things if it goes crazy. Savala and Dylan Egan for the 17 is going to be the question. I think Savala, did really well base stat wise last week and got the odd offload, got the try at the end, got a couple of goals when Sandon was off as well. So it was a very peak game for him. Whereas we know if Egan's going to get good minutes, then he'll be the play in the 17 as well. So at this current point, Savala is in, just because we don't know about Egan. I think he was coming off with a hole in his hand or something like that with an injury. So we'll have to see with that one. But at the moment, pretty happy to go into this week with Stafford against the Dragons after they got whacked, and he's a good attacking player. And I was just thinking before, starting with Toa this year, he's made 267k, which is amazing. But it's thinking back to last year, Luai and Taylor May on that left-hand side may not getting any footy. Dewey's not getting a lot of tries on that side, and Stafford's getting all the gravy on the right-hand side. So just thought that was interesting. Tamale, aside from 2 weeks, has done really, really well. So I think we can start him this week, even against the Storm. Although the Storm didn't play that well against the Bunnies, I think that's enough for the Raiders to have something against that left-hand side or right-hand side for the Storm. Defensively, I think he can do okay. Now, we had a few guys go pretty poor in our side last week that hopefully can improve. Wong's 45, we can hope for more. Couchman, same deal, 44 for him. Cleary, we should expect an improvement. Guys like Marjo and Sharp have more upside than what they showed. Brimson, 44 is about, I'm happy with that. 44 for him. And we can just see how guys like, Katonga and Yongi go. if Katonga gets the 18 and people are playing him, then I win out there. Horsburgh, Mamazelis, about what we'd hope for them, and Savala. So May as captain, Payne Haas or Nico Hines vice. I just don't want to be stuck if something goes wrong and Hines has a bit of a down game. Generally, I think we'll be fine. Like if Haas is out, can we loop? Yeah, we could potentially move a few things around just to sort of that loop. So he's the safe, VC with the big scores in him, and sounds like he's all good to go. So that's where I'm at with my side. Have a quick look at, not too much else to say, is there? No, we'll leave the extra goodies and the deep buy planning for the private crew. Speaking of the private group, I'm back in action for the team. And guys, if you haven't joined the new Facebook public group, deleted the Discord, moved on from that, and got the private group, got the public group Facebook link down below. Check that one out. We're almost at 1,000 members. Get in there. Everyone's starting to comment now. There's more people getting in there, which is good. It's all been great so far. Everyone lovely to each other and helpful, which is exactly what we want this community to be. And if you want private group help, one-on-one information from me, help from other guys, then jump in the description for that as well. It tells you everything you get. Account details at the bottom to pay the $30 for the year. Now, private group, we've actually made triple trade. Super excited about this one. And we're going for Rob Toyer and Jenkins was the first two, and then the Watson to Clark one was a bit of a luxury. But we have 26 trades, and using 3 gets us to 23, whereas my side, using the 2 gets me to 20. If I use the 3, it's down to 19. So it's a big difference from here to the private crew. And that's where I thought, people suggested the 3 trades, and I thought they look great, and we may as well go nuts. And, even if I use 3 trades this week, I think I'm still 1 ahead saving wise compared to where I was at this point last year. And yeah, I managed to get through that period fine. And I think with the easier 13, 16, 19, they were weeks that I was heavily trading, and I don't think I'll have to. So trading wise, I think it's fine. So King Tagia comes in. We'll see how he goes. He's the cash down of the week. And then it's Clark and Lucas for Toyer, Watson, Jenkins. So I think it's great upgrades. And I think the team looks hectic this week. Let me know what you think there. We got Clark, Haas, Yo, May, Nafahu, White, Couchman. Should be bounced back from both those guys. Cleary and Fogg flying. Stafford, Toa, and Purdue. Right now, we could move Lucas into edge, into the centers. But what we will do is we'll loop Katonga in this one here. Got Garrick in the side already. So see how Katonga goes and then decide from there. So Toa and Purdue, Brimson, Tamale, Sharp. So a little bit probably unders down there in wing fullback. 1 gun, but all those guys can do well. Horsburgh, Mam, Lucas, and then looping either Katonga. If he goes no good, we'll loop Savala in the second game. And then if both of them are no good or the average, we'll play Dylan Egan, which will be sweet, I think. That's pretty simple with that one, and that's where we can decide with Stafford, Toa, as I said. And if Katonga goes really well, then Stafford will go out and Garrick will go in, and we'll just move Lucas into the starting team, which we probably should just do right now anyway, just in case I forget, given I'm at Magic Round. So that'll make sure that all is set with that one. Stafford just goes below where the Dragons guys are. Looks pretty simple, looks pretty good. Hey, let me know your thoughts on People's team. It actually looks a little bit better maybe than mine, apart from having sort of Marzu down there. It's fun having, Jackson, Purdue in that one, and I suppose I've got Nicholson and Wong that could do really well and have done in other weeks. So yeah, it'll be a fun one this week. And then Supercoach to finish this one off, guys. Unfortunately for me, that big downer of a week. But I look at trades, and even the Gutho one, I was looking at Gutho to potentially Drinkwater, and Gutho has 3 tons this week, and he's come up against the Tigers. And then you look at Drinky, and he's got a really good run coming up. But maybe I'll just bring him in for Ponga eventually. And apparently Ponga's holding on to a bloody rib cartilage. So, or do we just try and go sell Ponga to Drinky this week and hold on to Gutho? Because what are we looking at? Drinky here. He's got 72, 65, 52, 76, 74, 78. So really consistent, but hasn't had the massive scores that Gutho has had. So yeah, maybe I really want to do it. I think it's probably long-term worth it, but he's got the Warriors, who he hasn't scored incredibly well since around 2022. And they're coming in the top 4, so they're a good sign. They'll put up a fight, and maybe Drinkwater goes low and Gutho goes high. So that's the kind of things you have to think about, unfortunately, at this point. And the rest of the side, like, Dewey had a pretty good game, but is he going to be consistent? Do we play him over Matty Nicholson against the Storm? We'll have a look at that one for sure. Do we sell Ponga now that he's carrying this rib cartilage issue, or can he get through it and play a bit better in this game? There is a bit to think about. I think I'll probably just play Billy Smith, given they've got the Finns. They'll be okay, but they are leaking points, and he didn't play great the other day, or didn't get a lot of ball come his way, and 76, 79 into the 35, of course, when we buy him, but he got involved in tries in that first two games. The tackle numbers were the same, just had no tackle breaks, no offloads, no line breaks compared to that first couple of games there. And maybe he gets at this one here now that it's he's not on Herbie's side. I think he's a fairly easy play this week, but Tamale's doing great as well. So either way on that one, I think good reserve Tamale over Dewey as well. Probably a bit sad. Like, that's the problem. Like, the team's really, really solid, just missing out on really good captain scores, and that's probably the main thing at the moment. And I'm going to play Sandon Smith over Starling. I think he's shown the upside. Can he do it again or not? Like, Starling against Storm is a tougher play for upside points, whereas Sandon against Dolphins, if he's got some more confidence, and he can probably knock out a 60 or 70 with more ease than what Starling can. The higher scores as well, into the 60s and 70s. In terms of vice captaincy and captaincy this week, it's tougher, to be honest. I think we're going to end up captaining like a Haas or a Terrell May, would be my general theory with that one. Heading in at the moment, like Sharkies, I could have Nico Hines as the vice to kick things off for Magic Round. They're a team that played better with Moses, but they still leaked a lot of points. So Hines could definitely be the play. I don't have Tedesco or anything like that. And then you could wait for like Marzu in Newcastle game. If I don't have Drinkwater, then I can't go the New Zealand one. So yeah, it's probably Nico Hines into Payne Haas at the moment for my Supercoach side. So we'll work that one out over the next 24 hours or so, and then decide on Gutho, which we don't have to decide until the Cowboys game, which is the second one on Saturday. So after a few beers, we'll see how that one plays out. But yeah, it's an interesting week. It's could go downgrade somewhere up here to another Cheapie, to then upgrade Ponga to Drinky, and that's something definitely to think about. If he's has this issue and it doesn't look like he's going to get better and score better, then we can do that as well and have a bit more fun with that pick. But we just don't have the cash available at the moment. 36,000 buckaroos. Karaz, I think, is going to go big this week, so I'm glad I own him against the Titans. That'll be fun, but they are missing a few forwards. Guys like Harry Hayes will have to step up for sure. That's the trades video, guys. Thanks so much for jumping in. It's fantasy, the Supercoach, the private group stuff. You're all legends. Please be sure to subscribe if you haven't. Actually, after deleting the Discord, I had my highest subscriber day. Crazy. Love that it was the right move, and I'm very thankful for everyone for the nice comments and for joining the new crew and for the 8 people to join the private group the other day after, I'd push it hard in the preseason because that's where you get the majority of the benefit. Keep dropping the price each and every 2 weeks there to show that it's, we're getting closer to the mid part of the season. So makes it fair for everyone. And we'll leave it there. Thanks so much, guys. Good luck in your Magic Round. And if I do see you out there, please say hello, yell out or something. Even if you don't come, say hello, JB, whatever. Thank you. Appreciate it. See you later.